could be considered demonic possession type thing.
Oh, so you've been demonically possessed?
No, I'm saying maybe that's what happens.
I'm trying to fully understand this. I need you to explain this to me in detail.
Maybe it's not something. Maybe it's not me. Maybe it's something in me.
I can't hear you. You need to speak up.
I say it. I'm saying maybe it's not me. Maybe it's something in me.
What do you mean, what's in you?
There might be something residing within me.
Like a demon?
Yes. I don't know. That would explain why I was having very, very, very destructive thoughts today. And I decided to come home because I don't want to be in public.
So you think you're actually able to kill a human being with your mind?
Well,
It got to that
if I can snap somebody's leg, I would be able to snap their neck theoretically.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
What goes through your mind when you think of these things? When you broke that person's leg, what went through your mind?
I focused on her leg and it snapped. It was the energy that I released from my mind. Psychic energy.
Psychic energy?
I would consider it a wave of energy exiting from my head.
Could you actually see it though?
No, it was.
You didn't speak up. I can't hear you.
Well, the only thing that I noticed was it was shimmering as it left. It was translucent.
What do you mean shimmering?
It was you know when you're looking at well, I would consider it something like convection. You know, you could see it's a type of radiation type of thing.
Well, how did you learn this?
I didn't learn it. It happened.
So it was just there all along. You were born with this.
Yes, I have natural ability.
You have natural ability.
I did not learn it.
You're gonna have to speak up.
I did not learn this. I don't want to have it either.
Why not?
Because what's the point of having something that can kill people?
Okay.
That's not a magic. If it's magic, I don't want to have something that can destroy.
Well, but here's the thing: aren't you? How about the ultimate power? You know, to control, to bend your will. Didn't you say there was one time you and I were talking about a guy that you moved with your mind?
Guy that I moved with my mind.
Yeah.
No, this was being able to move very heavy objects.
Oh.
Without. Huh? What's that?
Sure.
For example, 650 pound bale, being able to move it just by barely breaking a sweat. Like, and I'm not a bodybuilder.
So you were able to literally bench press 650 pounds.
Not bench it, move it.
Move it.
In other words, lift it on its side.
Whoa. Now, did you do this like physically, or did you use like your mental capacity?
I was using it. I was lifting it, but it wasn't fully. It wasn't just my muscle.
Well, okay. Did you actually handle it with your hands, or was it all mind controlled?
No, I touched it.
You touched it.
Yeah, I have to hold on, and I'll come back down.
Okay. Were you yourself off the ground?
No. These are things that people move around in forklifts. Using forklifts,
Uh huh.
and I'm moving them, and I'm showing them. Look, I'm not.
You've got to
do
speak
look
up. I
like I'm
can't
a
hear you.
bodybuilder? And I would show the people. I'm not a bodybuilder, right? Well, look at me. I'm moving them, like if they weren't not even breaking a sweat.
What else has this power enabled you to do?
Nothing. I haven't really used it for anything. Oh, yes.
Well, okay. Well, here's a question. Have you ever been able to project into the future and see things?
Oh yes.
What did you see?
The day before. Well, this happens in my sleep though. One time I did have it while I was awake, but it was more like a constant hallucination.
So you have prophetic dreams.
Yes, and one time it happens to me awake. I can see what's going to happen the next day. So I've lived the same day twice on 2 occasions.
You need
One
to be,
time
honey.
awake
I
and one
can't
time-
hear you. You need to talk louder. Get closer to the mic so that I
One-
can think. Because I'm
Okay.
extremely interested in this.
Okay. I've dreamt of what the next day was going to be like, what the next day was going to be like from beginning to end. And when I awoke, it was exactly as I dreamt it. But basically, when I had absolute recollection of the entire thing, it was in a regular dream.
Well, have you ever been able to like save someone's life in this?
No?
So you haven't used this for the power of good at all.
I could.
Well, then why don't you?
Because it's not something I have control over. It's natural. I can't just say, oh, well, I'm going to have one of these dreams today.
No. I don't mean just the dreams. I mean like the picking up things and the power of your mind itself.
Well, I haven't. Well, basically, if I could snap somebody's leg, that's not for good.
No, but I mean you could protect people from people that will do them harm.
Well, that's true. I
And
would
you
have to
could-
be infuriated with them.
Well, doesn't people harming other people infuriate you?
No, but you don't understand. This woman that I did this to, she really messed me up.
What do you mean by messed you up?
Like she fucking traumatized me with her the way she was treating me. She put me in the center of the classroom with all the kids on the edges of the classroom, their desks, and she would make an example of me because I would always contradict her Southern Baptist teachings instead of the science. It was supposed to be her teaching science and she was teaching dogma, and I was always contradicting her.
Wait, so this happened right in class? You broke her leg right in class?
Yeah. So this was after a year or so of the same mistreatment. This is something that built up. I was beyond rage. I knew I was right and she was wrong.
And did she know you did it?
I don't think she knew. All she knew is that her leg snapped.
Well, I mean, was she standing? Was she sitting?
She was standing. Standing with her back turned to me, sitting on the chalkboard.
No. All right. I have a question, Zap, if you don't mind, or Fernando, or whichever you prefer for me to refer to you as. When you say you snapped her leg, I mean, are you talking something like are you talking like where the bone was actually sticking out, or
A compound fracture?
is it like
It was a complete
Right.
snap from end to end. It was a clean snap. She it basically did a sideways L, like that. at the knee.
So basically, it's like the Joe Theismann break,
Yeah.
where the bone completely snaps and is like sticking out of the leg or whatnot.
No, the bone wasn't sticking out of the leg.
Oh, so I mean, okay, so the bone wasn't sticking out of the leg, but I mean, it completely snapped.
Yeah.
So it
Because
wasn't a
it
common
wasn't-
fracture.
It was basically just separated one part one part from the other at the knee, and it went sideways. You know, the knee itself just came apart.
Well, okay, when she screamed in pain, because God knows she had to have screamed, did that make you feel bad?
Yeah.
No.
No. That's a bit sociopathic, wouldn't you say?
Finally got what she deserved.
Okay,
think it's because-
again, I say that's a bit sociopathic, wouldn't you say?
Well, I think that she got what Southern Baptists deserved.
Oh, so you don't like Southern Baptists?
No, I don't like any of those people that force religion onto people. No. They're those people that want religion in the classroom. That doesn't belong there. I
And
don't know if any of them back, but- Huh?
Yeah, Bonnie.
was this in Florida or was this in
Yes,
Havana?
Florida. Hialeah, Florida.
Interesting.
All that would be needed is to check her hospital record. She must be dead because she was about 55 around there at the time.
Wait a minute, she's dead? You killed her?
She might be. No, she must be dead of old age.
Oh.
I know her name. Estelle Ferguson.
Come on, tell me other things, Zap.
Have you ever actually killed someone with this?
No,
Okay, so you've only done like harm or whatnot.
yeah, just harm, not. Oh. Why am I hearing an echo?
I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Don was on the shop box.
Who?
Don. Am I breaking up?
Well, see, what I'm trying to understand is why, if her leg snapped while she was standing up, I don't understand why the pressure that's on it wouldn't cause the bone to come out. I mean, because I mean, it's like if you ever seen the like the Joe Theismann break, I mean, his bone was actually sticking out of his leg.
It's true.
Same thing happened to. I mean, the same thing happened to a lady's son. He was playing baseball. Same thing happened to him. It was a Joe Theismann break. He has bolts in his legs to hold his bones together until they heal. So I don't understand why. I don't understand why it didn't.
Because there's a difference
You know-
between physical impact and psychic impact. She wasn't physically.
Okay,
hit
so
with
there's a difference between physical. All right, so what you're saying is that the difference between physical impact and psychic impact is different.
anything. Yes,
How so?
it's a separation of the atoms that are connecting your leg, not a.
I
not
can't hear you, Fernando. You need to speak up.
It's a separation of the atoms that are connected, that are holding her leg together. It's not. She's not being hit with anything. Her leg was
Oh,
just
okay, I
basically
see.
separated. And then she was able to react to it by putting her hand on the desk. So it wasn't forceful. It was just snapped.
I need you to speak. Okay, hold your mic to your mouth so that I can hear you.
Okay, it was not anything forceful. Her leg was separated at the knee.
I'm not hearing you.
Nope.
Speak into your
Hold on.
mic.
Just keep the damn mic in your mouth, man. I'm not able to hear you then.
Can you hear me now? Can you
No.
hear me now?
Yes.
Hello, hello.
Yes,
Okay.
that's perfect right there.
Okay.
Now
It was.
continue to talk at that tone so that I can hear you.
Okay.
Continue, Rob.
All right, now, all right. So as you said, that's basically the separation, or the, for lack of a better term, the evisceration of the actual atoms or molecules that comprise the bone. So that's how you actually snap your leg.
Mhm.
Now, I'm sorry, but I mean, one question I have to ask you: where did those atoms go once they were removed? I mean, were they just destroyed, or
Basically what it was is just I concentrated on her knee, and I wished it. It was basically just a wish. I wished it apart. I wanted to snap her leg, and it happened as soon as I was drawing energy into myself, and it was released, and I focused on her leg.
all right? I can't hear you again, bro.
Okay, it was me basically wishing it to happen, and it did. So what happens
And then
is
you saw like these. Go ahead, mate.
okay. Basically, what happens is if you want one thing to happen, let's say you want one part of a letter to be in one segment of space. You want the other part to be at another segment of space. Basically, they're just drawn apart. Nothing is destroyed.
Robbie,
Yeah, baby.
what would you do with this power?